So in our last unboxing video, I was really surprised to see another 50th anniversary booster brick inside, but I couldn't have been happier because it is one of their most interesting sets in years. Plus, there are really hard to get chase figures that I really want to get my hands on. We did unbox a brick of these already a couple of weeks ago. You can watch that video up there in the corner. We got one chase figure in that brick, but I have heard of people who got two in a brick. So we're gonna see how our luck pans out today. But hey, let's do another giveaway. You can win a free booster box directly from us. All you have to do to enter is be a subscriber here at the Gallant Goblin and leave me a comment down below telling me which of the minis that we're opening today is your favorite. When the set is available to purchase, I'll pull up one of those comments and that person will win a free booster. You must be a US resident to win because of all those pesky laws for people who hate fun. But right now, let's get to this. With many thanks to WizKids for sending this brick along to us to review, let's do our second brick unboxing for the 50th anniversary set of minis for D&D. Today's video is brought to you by Hit Point Press. The deck of many animated 5e reference cards can bring even more magic to your games, and they make fantastic gifts. Get animated spell cards, condition cards, or townsfolk NPCs. You can even get in-game items like the Deck of Illusions and the Deck of Many Things. Enhance your magic today by combining the animated Spellcraft Volume 1 deck from Hit Point Press with our free exclusive custom 5e spells at gallantgoblin.com/spellcraft. All right, first things first. All right, here we go. Let's move Coda off to the side so we have some room to work. And let's get started. All right, box number one. And we're gonna keep one of these boxes here so we'll remember what we're opening. And we are starting off with Lolth. I recognize Lolth. This is the 5e version of Lolth. Still looks very cool. Yeah, we've gotten a couple of Lolth minis over the past couple of months, I guess year or so. There was one for the Magic the Gathering set that released last year as well. So that one had a cool one in it. Ooh, this looks different. Oh, no, this is our first edition Mordenkainen. Still very cool looking. We got one of these in the last set. I'm not going to dwell too much on if we got it in the first break because I don't want spoilers if you want to go watch that unboxing video. So I'll try to be fresh with my perspectives on these. But yeah, I do like this one with the burning hands and the wand and the beard. Again, you can use this for Mordenkainen. You can also use it for a nice sorcerer PC figure if you like. Next up, we have a Gnoll, a 5th edition Gnoll, with a little bent scythe on him. Looking pretty good, though. Nice gray Gnoll with some cool metal armor. I like it. It looks good. He's got the kind of come to me, the rock kind of gesture going on there. And our last one in the brick is a little one. Oh, it's a Mimic. It's a little punchy Mimic. The first edition Mimic, number 19. And yeah, that's just a cool, based on that first edition Monster Manual art. Looks so cool. I really dig it. Yeah, let's move some of these guys off to the side. This little Gnoll doesn't like to stand up straight. And Lolth. All right, box number 2. Ooh, all right, now we got, spoilers, we got our first one that I haven't seen yet. Oh, he's a big boy, too. This is an Eidolon, a 5th edition Eidolon, one of the rare figures, I believe, with missing eye. This is such an iconic character from D&D lore with a cool, sacrificial pit kind of thing in front of him. That's a very cool figure. That is excellent. I love it. And I'm curious to see what the first edition version of him looks like. All right, now to our smalls and minis again. We got that Bugbear, 5th edition Bugbear, with, to me, it's a little bit yellowy. Maybe more yellowy than I expected, but that's still cool. It gives a nice contrast to his leather armor and his hair. He's got kind of stag antlers happening there. But again, the set maxes out at large figures, I believe. So you'll get 1 large and then 3 mediums or smalls in a booster box. Next up, we have a Dwarf, 5th edition Dwarf, with a cool hammer. Again, a kind of a classic female dwarf here that looks familiar from some of the art that I'm sure you've seen. I can't remember if this is the actual character from the player's handbook for the dwarf, but I think it kind of is. Good detailing on the face, too, with the eyebrows and the expression, little nose. I love it. And then we've got the Blink Dog, the first edition one that just looks like a dog, really. Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad mini. I think it could use an extra dry brushing or maybe some a little wash just to give it a little bit of texture on its fur. So you can give this one a little bit of extra TLC if you want to. It's an angry looking dog, but it's a dog. A blink dog to be precise, but there's nothing about it that makes it a blink dog. So if you want to use it as a adventuring hound, you can certainly do that. Next up, so much trash from these. Yeah, we've got our Green Slaad, first edition, when the Slaad were a lot more frog-like than they are now. They're a bit more monstrous looking. I kind of like using these for, you know, some of the various frog folk that have been maybe enlarged with a spell, but it's still a cool looking figure. Gripply and Pathfinder. There's so many different frog folk now that I can't even remember all of them. I do like the figure though. He's a nice one. And our smaller ones. Let's start with this Githyanki looking fella. Here is our... Ooh, he's got thin legs, so he's a little bit bent. I think it's a first edition. Yeah, a 1E Githyanki. Yeah, that's kind of cool. He's got his translucent sword, which is very good looking. Yeah, because I don't know if you remember, but a long time ago we reviewed, I think we made a video, we got the statue of the first edition Githyanki, and I've got it in my other room by my computer. You can see that video up there in the corner right now. So if you want a mini of that statue, this is your set. Next up, we have the other Gnoll. This is our first edition Gnoll. With the cool spear that is attached to the shield to help keep it from bending too much. It's still bent a little bit. But yeah, he's got a spear and like a broken trident thing and a shield. He is well armed to the teeth. Nicely painted too with the fur cloak. Yeah, this is a good one. I like it. And our last one in this particular set is our 5th edition Blink Dog. So pretty similar overall design. This one has a nice portal he's coming out of. So you really know he's a blink dog in this case. So there you go. Let's move you guys over here. Oh, these Gnolls are top heavy. All right. Box number 4. Ooh, this is a new one too. Let's see. Ah, that's cool. This is a first edition 5th edition Pit Fiend. His face and body looked a little first editioning to me, but he's a 5th edition Pit Fiend. He's a little bit more humanoid looking than I'm used to seeing with our Pit Fiends. That's very cool though. Nice gauntlets, nice mace, skull necklace, skull, belt buckle. He definitely has a style that he's going for. So yeah, crooked teeth, which is cool. So, yeah, skull armband. I mean, he really is going for a look there. And... ooh, that's a little one. Let's see what this little one is. This is the Goblin. First edition Goblin. Yeah, perfectly usable. Sometimes these figures, the first edition ones, are going to look a little bit different from our 5th edition ones to the point where they will stand out on the table a little bit. But a lot of these in this set, they've done a good job of translating that first edition art into modern days so that these will fit right in on your table, this Goblin included. Let's see what else we got. This is like a 5th edition Goblin to go with them. Yeah, and I noticed last time in the comment section that folks were happy to get some bow and arrow wielding goblins. So here is another one for you. Very classic looking 5th edition Goblin. And our last one of this brick is a skeleton. Oh yeah, this is again our Skeleton Knight 5th edition, little dragonborn skeleton, which is cool. Shiny armor. We got the dragon head. You know, if we're going to get minis that like skeletons and mummies and whatnot, it's really cool when we get ones that are based on some of the more minor races that are not so well represented. We all have 1,000 of the regular skeletons that look like humans, so it's nice to get something a little bit different. Give me some dwarf and halfling skeletons too. We don't get a lot of those. Here is our other Pit Fiend. This is indeed our first edition Pit Fiend, which honestly, so much cooler than the 5th edition one. Just like look at those two together, and you can see them together on your screen too. But the striations on this guy and his mass, he's just so much more intimidating than this guy. This guy looks like he's just cosplaying as a Pit Fiend. This is the real guy. Oh man, that's such a cool figure. It's one of the coolest Pit Fiend minis that we've ever gotten. All right, let's see what else is in this particular box. And we've got another little one. Yeah, this is our other Mimic. This is our 5th edition Mimic that has the little mouth, the big tongue that he's bouncing up on. It's a tiny little chest, but that's all right. That is a cool figure. We have... oh, this is our chase figure, at least one in this set. Oh, it's really cool, too. This is number 53 of 50, the Red Warrior. A female orc, I assume. And, yeah, that's so classic looking. It looks like it's right out of the old movies. Look at that. I could see her starring next to, like, Arnold Schwarzenegger in some of those old monster movies. That's really excellent. The shield is very cool, too. So I'll have to look up and tell you exactly. A lot of these are based on art from the very first edition, some module covers, or just classic art. I mean, they're all based on some sort of art from the first edition, but I'm not as familiar with those as I probably should be. Oh, she's got the D&D ampersand on her chest, which is also very cool. All right, so we got our one chase mini. We'll see if maybe we'll get another one. And finally, I see a kobold. We have our 5th edition kobold here with a spear raised up in his air, raised up in the air, his tongue sticking out. Also got a little animal skull on his belt buckle. And yeah, can't go wrong with a kobold, as you know. All right, next up, let's move some of these guys. We'll keep the Pit Fiends together over here. And our next box. All right, is that a Glabrezu? No, what the? Oh, it is. Yeah, it's a Glabrezu 1st edition. I haven't seen the 1st edition ones. They got arms coming out of their chest. It looks like boob arms, which is really disconcerting. Looks like he's got wings for ears as well. This is just somebody's fever dream of a demon. Claws. I mean, sure. I mean, he's got hands on those. So his regular arms end in claws, but his boob arms end in fists. So I guess he can still, you know, cook in the kitchen and stuff. So yeah, he's good to go. That is a wacky looking demon. But sure, I mean, the wackier the better. What is this? Oh, yeah, here is our Lemure 1st edition. The one that I kind of liked better, the 1st edition Lemure. Like, look at those eyes. They're honestly kind of sad looking. And the nice oozing down and the paint job that really emphasizes the sad oozing of this guy. I really like the 1st edition Lemure. What are our last two in here? I think we've got... No, that's not a Mimic. That is... Oh, our 1st edition Kobold. Yeah, 1E Kobold. So he's a little bit smaller maybe than our regular Kobold, but not by much. And yeah, fits right in with our current Kobolds. So you can mix and match those as you please. And, ooh, I don't recognize this one either from our last unboxing. This is an elf, maybe? This is Elf 5th edition. Oh, very cool. Oh, I love the cape. It's got a little bit of a sheen to it. She's got a white streak in her hair, which looks very cool. And she's holding a wand as well. Got a little packet. Yeah, that's an... the way that her skirt is draping against her legs also is really good, because you can see her legs underneath of it. And so they did a really good draping effect. Yeah, this is an excellent PC mini, and you can definitely use that in your games. Okay, our penultimate box. We got another of the Glabrezu 1st edition minis, so we got a duplicate of one of our larges. And what else did we get? We have... If I can get him out of the box, out of the bag. Oh yeah, this is our Shadow Demon. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Shadow Demon 1st edition. Nice transition effect from the clear base up into the dark, opaque upper torso and head and wings. Very cool creature there. I like the way they made that. Next up, ooh, it is a second chase figure. It is the Green Knight. Yeah, number 55 of 50. And so this is the one that I believe is based on the image of the classic Red Dragon. We reviewed the classic Red Dragon in a video that you can see up there in the corner right now. And this guy is also on the cover of that one in the foreground, fighting the Red Dragon. He's got a very cool shield with some sort of bird emblazoned upon it. If you know what that symbol is, let me know down below. I wonder if it's one of the an old version of the symbols from one of the groups, but I'm not sure. Yeah, it's a cool looking detailed figure. I mean, some of these chase figures have definitely a retro look to them, but they are still usable. Somehow I like them better in person than I did in the renders that I saw. Very cool. So we can indeed get two chase figures and a brick. So I'm very happy to see that. We have another Gnoll, 5th edition Gnoll with a little sickle or whatever it is. Yeah, with the come here look. And yeah, we got one more box to open. Think we can get 3 chase figures? I doubt it, but you never know. This is a demon heavy brick. We have a 5th edition Pit Fiend. Yeah, that's the other Pit Fiend. So yeah, we're doubling up on the largest in this set, which is a little disappointing. If your players are fighting 2 Pit Fiends at the same time, they are having a bad day. What else do we have in this particular? Ooh, got a runner. Here we go. This is our other Shadow Demon, which I also quite like. It's got the same sort of translucent transition effect from the base up to the top, but this one just has the extra wings and he's a little cooler. He's also pointing. Our 5th edition Shadow Demon. I do like that one. And we've got our 5th edition Lemure, which I recognize. If I can get him out of the bag. He is painted really interestingly. I mean, it is definitely flesh colored. There's a variety of pinks and tans in here that does give him a cool effect. I wasn't sold on him at first, but like looking at the paint job really up close, like he is very cool looking. And finally, ending on a good note with another 5th edition Goblin. You can't go wrong with goblins. All right. So that was an interesting box. We got a couple of new ones in there we didn't get last time. The 50th edition set here is expected sometime in July or August. Let me know what you think about it in the comments section down below. And don't forget to subscribe before you leave that comment so you'll be eligible for our giveaway. And check out the Hit Point Press store for some awesome new adventures and supplements and animated cards and more. We're going to be reviewing their new Heckna adventure here really soon. I really like that one. If you've been disappointed in some of the latest D&D adventures, check out Heckna, because I think you're going to like it. If you're looking for some queer-friendly content for your Pathfinder games, we recently revamped Queerfinder Issue 1 to be compatible with the Pathfinder Remaster project, and we added in a bunch of new content as well. Find out why it's one of the best-selling products on Pathfinder Infinite. Our links for it can be found right down below me. And thank you for watching today. Until next time, stay safe, have fun, love each other, and I will see you next time at the Gallant Goblin.